So I'm actually out to lunch. I just stopped at Target. I wanted to see if what they have in like that dollar spot for like, you know, spring and stuff. I'd seen a couple of hauls and I was like, I want to try that. I picked up the meaty marinara pasta pounder. Looks like this. Hopefully this is good. So I wanted to do like a mukbang because I want to catch you guys up. You guys, a lot of you have been asking about Sammy, and thank you so much for asking. You know, she did have her surgery and it was going fine, and then so she was supposed to wear her cone the whole time. And my husband was like, no, you know, she can't reach where the incision is. And she was banging into everything. She looked so sad. So we removed it. And she was still very hyper, you know. We lifted up the cushions on the sofa so that she couldn't jump, but she was still jumping, you know. So one of the Saturdays, we were, you know, I was looking at her. I noticed like some spots on one of the throws that I have on the sofa. So I, you know, told my husband, you know, hold her, I want to see something. So when I looked at her incision, one of the stitches had opened and it looked a little bit like it had like, you know, like a little pus or something on it. It was, you know, it had like discharge. So her vet is not open on the weekend. You know, they tell you if there's an emergency, take her here and there. So that Monday, I took her first thing in the morning. The doctor was like, what's going on? So I said to him, you know, it looks like one of the stitches opened. But when he checked her, there was like 4 of them that had opened. He was like, oh no, you know, does she have the cone? And I said to him, you know, when we're home, she doesn't have the cone. But she never had the cone. And then finally I was like, we took the cone off. So he was like, I felt better because, and this looks like she was licking herself. And you know, when the stitches is dry, it itches. And she was probably, you know, licking. So he said we have to redo the stitches, clean her up again, because it got like infected. They gave her antibiotics. He was like, I'm not gonna send her home. We're gonna keep her the whole week. Like, I want to monitor. I want to see this and that. And I'm taking bigger bites because I'm on my lunch break and I'm talking and it's taking me longer to eat. So they kept her the whole week. We picked her up on a Friday. And they wanted to keep her until Monday because there was a snowstorm coming. Luckily, it was barely nothing that we got. And she came home. The stitches looked really good. They had like really closed and stuff. They told us to keep the cone on, keep the cone on. So we kept the cone on. You could tell she was really miserable with the cone because she was having a hard time eating and drinking. But we did what he said. We kept the cone on and everything, and she was fine. So they removed the stitches Thursday, and then it was like a week later, like that Thursday, we took her back, and the vet was like, it looks really good. You know, her blood work, everything came out fine, but they wanted us to take her to see another doctor. and let that doctor, who's a specialist, tell us whether he thinks Sammy should have chemo. So my husband was like really upset about it. He was like, you know, how long does these dogs last? And Sammy's 11. And she said 12 to 13, maybe 14. So my husband was like, no, you know, she's happy. You can see she's got so much spirit in her and everything. And I know he don't want to accept that, what she's saying. But we live in Connecticut. That specialist is in Poughkeepsie. I think she said Poughkeepsie, which is upstate New York. And what they do is they give you a shot. I think it's weekly or monthly, you know, so we would have to take her there. This is the doctor she recommended. And then, you know, we're going to make the appointment for that and see what that doctor says. But that doctor also has an office here in Connecticut, which is further down from us. But it's closer than where the other place is. So we're going to take her. He's going to check her. Depending on what the results of her blood work and all that shows, he'll make a decision whether or not to do chemo. So my husband is like, you know, if something happens, I don't want no more dogs, you know, and this and that. And, you know, you get attached to these animals. They become part of your family. The week that she was at the hospital, you could feel the difference in the house. Like, there isn't anyone to greet you when you come home. You know, it's not like you're like, you know, you come in and she's like, wow. You know, it's like quiet. My son is in his room. My husband was in the living room. You know, so you miss the you know, the animals, you know. So we're going to see what we do with the chemo. The doctor's going to tell us whether or not he recommends it. Because the doctor was saying that can prolong maybe 2 more years to the dog. So any extra day, I guess, is a blessing. Now today, my sister-in-law picked up our tickets for BeautyCon. We're going to be going April 6th and 7th, the Saturday and the Sunday. I'm going to head down to the city Friday night. So excited. I don't think I want to do IMATs, and I wasn't happy with it this year. Last year it was kind of like, like I enjoyed it. It was my first time, but this year I was like, I don't want to do IMATs. I want to try BeautyCon, and I know it's the following week, but I want to do BeautyCon. And then we did Gen Beauty already again, which I loved. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do BeautyCon and then see what other like makeup shows they have in the area. But I wasn't crazy about IMATs this year. Last year, so I don't think I'm going to do it. So I have to go back into work. I'm on my lunch break. I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang. Quick little update on Sammy and everything that's going on. So if I'm not filming as much, that's why we've been doing like a lot of hospital visits with her and just making sure that she's not, you know, doing stuff she's not supposed to. So I've been like watching her a little more, that she's not jumping around. Now that they got the stitches out, now she can do whatever. So now I can start filming again, because I was noticing that I was hearing noises, but it was just her cone hitting stuff. So I was like, no, I can't film, because I'm gonna be like... So now I can start again. I'm going to do a how I curl my hair video pretty soon. How I get it to stick up and stuff. And then I want to start doing some like springtime makeup looks, because I just went to Target to look around and they've got all the bathing suits out. They got summer dresses, all of that. So... if you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you're notified when my next look goes up, my next video goes up. And we're so close to 1,000. So my giveaway is ready to go out. As soon as we hit that 1,000, I'll be announcing the giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.